The Chaos Dwarf roster contains an array of Daemon engines, and among them the biggest and baddest of them all is definitely the Dreadquake Mortar, a juggernaut of an artillery piece with a massive explosion radius. And if you're feeling fancy, you can even attach it to an Iron Demon, literally turning it into a pain train up close or from afar. The Dreadquake Mortar might seem specialized in blowing up infantry, but it is definitely more than just that. In this unit focus video, we'll be talking about the Dreadquake Mortar and some of its hidden potential. Let us begin with some basic functions of the Dreadquake Mortar. Due to its impressive armor-piercing values in both the regular missile damage and explosive missile damage, the Dreadquake Mortar can basically delete anything with its wide explosive radius as long as it is landing a direct impact. As you can see here, the Dwarf Warriors and the Laborers got absolutely destroyed, and any survivors are continuously being damaged by the monstrous impact, the tremors lingering after the explosions. And after that, the monstrous impact continues to slow down any units with the -60% speed debuff, essentially pinning them in place, preventing maneuvers or just make them more vulnerable to counterattacks. At the same time, the Dreadquake Mortar also is buffed up by the Hellbound ability, giving itself more protection in the form of physical resistance and also imbuing magic attacks to the ammo and melee attacks, giving them the ability to maximize damage against ethereal units and demonic infantry. Now, of course, with the size of the Dreadquake Mortars, they can be quite vulnerable to artillery fire, but that doesn't mean they will lose in an artillery fight. Take these great cannons as an example. The first one got absolutely deleted by the Dreadquake Mortar shot. Now, the Dreadquake Mortar might lack the accuracy to snipe artillery models, but it doesn't need to do that. An artillery is useless without its crew, and the Dreadquake Mortar excels at killing the crew. The first great cannon is now gone, and the second shot is coming for the cannon on the right. Due to the low HP of the artillery crews themselves, as long as the Dreadquake Mortar is scoring a direct hit, it would be obliterating the entire artillery crew. Even if it doesn't, the remaining tremors of the explosions would kill off the rest of the HP. The third cannon crew is now counter-firing, doing some noticeable damage on the Dreadquake Mortar, but unfortunately, the third shot is coming in. It is yet another direct hit on the great cannons, and unfortunately for the Empire, all three of their artillery are gone. Of course, the artillery exchange isn't as favorable every time for the Dreadquake Mortar. For example, against the Eagle Clubbolt Flurries here, where the artillery crew is much more spread out than the bunched up great cannons of the Empire. The shots from the Dreadquake Mortar isn't as damaging as a lot of their crews are out of the explosion radius. But the tremors left over from the impact does knock away a lot of the artillery crew from the artillery itself, and more importantly, the tremors prevents the surviving artillery crew from rearming the now unmanned artillery models, continuously silencing the artillery fire. At the same time, there's quite a few supporting options available to the Dreadquake Mortar. The Reforge ability from the Demon Smith providing some crucial healing to help it sustain against the counter battery fire from the High Elves. Thanks to the physical resistance from the Hellbound ability and all the healing, the Dreadquake Mortar still has 3/4 of HP while it has eliminated 1/3 of enemies' firepower. At the same time, the Demon Smith is providing even more buffs to the unit here. Infernal Engineer, plus 20 reload skills to surrounding artillery or war machines, helping the Dreadquake Mortar to dish out pain faster. With the first Reforge ability used, there is still a second one, but it is indeed in cooldown. But this is where the Spell Rod Scepter can come in quite handy, reducing cooldown of any abilities by 30 seconds, which means the Reforge ability, which has a 60-second cooldown, can be reduced by half, and quickly, soon enough, the Reforge ability can be dumped onto the Dreadquake Mortar again to sustain its HP while it continuously dish out the pain against the Eagle Clubbolt Fur, which is on the second unit and now on the verge of routing as well, as it does not have enough artillery crew to mount all 4 artillery models. Only 3 of them, and now 2 more artillery models crews has been destroyed. The one remaining Eagle Clubbolt Flurry cannot win this artillery duel, as the tremors from the explosions will continuously stagger the crew, preventing them from operating the artillery models. They might still be able to do some damage to the Dreadquake Mortar, but unfortunately they cannot destroy it before the Dreadquake Mortar kills all its artillery crew. Of course, there are some artillery that are so good against the Dreadquake Mortar you can't even save it with healing. This is when we pull out the choo-choo train, the Iron Demon, and drag the Dreadquake Mortar behind it. Now, first of all, it has around double the HP of a Dreadquake Mortar, since there are 2 demon machines after all, and secondly, and the more important part actually, is the speed increase. It has better turn speed, just better movement in general, allowing it to pull shit like this. Yeah, shot dodging. That one volley could have obliterated the entire Dreadquake Mortar, but with the Dreadquake Mortar moving around, shoot and scoot is in progress. It will require more micro from the player, but if you can dodge most of the shots, it is absolutely worth it to preserve the Dreadquake Mortar, as it now can dish out massive pain against enemy formations while itself is in relative safety. The increased HP pool also gives the unit more healing, since healing is now percentage based, giving the war machine more tankiness and allowing more margin for error when you're trying to dodge shots. And of course, there's the active ability on the Iron Demon, More Power, providing plus 200% acceleration and plus 25% speed. That means the Pain Train has 75 speed, around the same as Empire Knights, making it even easier to dodge shots. Don't forget that Demon Engines, thanks to the ability Hellbound, have perfect vigor over 25% HP. So as long as they can maintain their HP level, they will not slow down from exhaustion, allowing it to continue dodging at full speed. When fighting sniper units like Jezzails and Crane Guns, their precision fire is too fast and too accurate for the Dreadquake Mortar to dodge. So the Iron Demon / Dreadquake Mortar can instead do some artillery kiting, scoot and shoot at its finest. Jezzails only have 38 speed while the Iron Demon Dreadquake Mortar has 60. This allows the Pain Train to stay out of the range of Jezzails while they themselves can hit back with 380 range. But here's the most unique feature of the Dreadquake Mortar on an Iron Demon: the 360-degree firing arc. If we have a close-up, we can see that the turret of the mortar actually turns around, chucks out a massive bomb, turns back around, and carries on. Of course, due to some weird AI pathing targeting issues, the Iron Demon itself will still try to turn around to target the Warlock Jezzails, but the Dreadquake Mortar itself does not have this kind of concern, and will continue to fire as long as it finishes reload. As you can see here, just turn around yet again, and fire, and it will go on scooting. To sum up, the Dreadquake Mortar is an extremely powerful artillery piece, able to obliterate enemy infantry formations with the massive explosion damage. With the raw damage output, it can even destroy enemy artillery by eliminating their crew, making all the artillery models unmanned and unoperable. At the same time, it also has fire while moving and also a 360 firing arc if they are mounted on an Iron Demon, making it an excellent kiting tool against enemy slower infantry formations. And after all, since the Pain Train is led by an Iron Demon which can act as a battering ram, it is also possible to charge the Dreadquake Mortar straight into melee combat. The sheer mass of the war machine does increase the charge damage, and combined with the armor piercing, even if the train is surrounded and stuck like this, there is still a get out of jail card for them: the More Power ability. The speed boost and mass increase are quite useful in shoving aside enemy units and pushing out of a blob. All these makes the Dreadquake Mortar quite a formidable tool in dealing with infantry in both ranged combat and melee combat. Of course, most players don't have access to the Dreadquake Mortars just yet, and we'll have to wait and see what is the player base consensus on the unit itself. Personally, the more I use it, the more I find it to be an interesting piece of artillery. The Dreadquake Mortar certainly has its own issues, but in the right hands, it can bring endless carnage upon its foes. That shall wrap up my video for today. Viewers, I hope you enjoy, and if you want to see more Total War Warhammer content, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Tactical Lich, signing out.